Hey, you guys, it's Anne Marie. Happy, marvelous, magical Monday. I hope everybody's having an amazing day. I usually work from home on Mondays, but I went into the open shelter happy birthday to me. Well, it's not till Sunday, but my birthday present. I went and got my oil change today, and I went to a new place, and it was cheaper, which was great. And they did this inspection of your car, so I need to throw away the whole car. I'm trying not to worry about it because it's like, what's worrying going to do? But anyway, when I was at the open shelter, they got this donation, and there's a board game called Trust Me, I'm Psychic. Now, I was getting ready to leave, so I couldn't read the whole thing and whatever. So what I did is there's a bunch of suits of cards, not like tarot, but there's a bunch of cards, and there's like 3 or 4 cards per, whatever. So I took one out of each, and there's with each with each suit of card, there's a corresponding fraud card. Again, I didn't read the directions, so we're not even playing the game, obviously. But each one of these are different. Now, the fraud card, it's to determine if someone's a fraud, which we can just tell you that. But so I haven't really looked at them. I just got home from the oil change, and so I'm gonna see what kind of messages we can get. Thank you to my high vibrating ancestors, spirit guides, divine being, the source of light energy. Can we please get some messages of clarity? We'll see. We'll see. Trust me, I'm psychic. Can we please get a message? Trust me, I'm psychic. You're shuffling. Are we going to get a card? Okay. Alrighty. So, this it just gives a bunch of words, right? So it's a very intuitive type of reading, and looking at the pictures. So this says club, man, lion, dog, snake, bat, shield, and 3. And the bat has like a devil face. Look at this. This is very interesting. And this dog, it's a 3-headed dog. So you have been battling some shit, haven't you? This dude is wearing the lion like is a head, and the mane is coming down his shoulders and his back, and of course the lion has its paws. It's just like a headdress. And his sword, or his shield, on the front of his shield is a bald eagle. He has a club that he's smashing these fucking dogs with. These 3 dogs, a 3-headed dog, fire in the background. At the same time, he's stepping on the snake. And even though this bug isn't even mentioned in this bug. So there's like a ladybug right here, but he's not stepping on the ladybug. So you have, and there's even a bat, look, trying to get to him. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of these cards. I like the pictures. That's why I'm doing this. You are a one-man, one-woman show. And you have been equipped. A lot of you already know this, so you'll know. A lot of you have been equipped with the skills, ability, insight, gifts, strength from your ancestors that you may not even realize. Even if you've had not so savory ancestors, I always say there are always useful aspects of our ancestors that we can use. Their courage, their strength, their tenacity, all those things. And so that's why I always say my high vibrate ancestors, because sometimes people call in the ancestors that weren't so good. However, for this gentleman has the protection of his ancestors and the bird spirit. While he's getting ready to beat down this 3-headed dog, he's stepping on the snakes and not even realize it. He's not even focused on the snake. You may just be not realizing that as you're protecting yourself and, using your little, what do they call those? Like your bats. But you're like batting away these dogs. These people are trying to get at you and take your abundances, to take your gifts. And it's like the bats are flying, the dogs are snuffing, the snake's trying to bite you, and you're one person. You have all these separate things that are coming at you, and you're just doing it effortlessly. It's almost like you're being guided by the lion. So lions may have a huge significance for you. You can pull in the courage and the strength and the power of the lion to do these things. So what do we... This is so interesting. You are the lion. And you will be successful at this. And it's almost like the dogs are coming out of the fire or protecting whatever's in the fire. And to get to the fire, you need to go through these dogs and what you're going to do. First, we have the fraud card. So you may be going through energies. And rabbit, magician, cape, hat, wand, knife, rose, and curtain. And this fraud magician has a snake coming out of the top of his hat, out of his top hat. I think all the fraud cards, yeah, all the pictures are the same. It's just the words that are different on each fraud card. This magician is trying to cloak themselves as friends, because they say dogs are a man's best friend. So these may have been people or people that are close in your energy that you thought were your closest friends. And they are disguising themselves as something else you're not recognizing. It's somebody in your camp, someone that's close to you or was close to you in the past, are the ones that have been biting at you. So you don't see the snake coming. But by you just battling, even though you may not realize that these 3 dogs are not your friends, that they're not being loyal to you, while you're battling this, you're just naturally stepping on the snake. The snake is also showing up in this card. So there's a snake in your energy. I just heard you have to appreciate the thorns to appreciate the rose. There's a curtain being drawn back that you're going to be able to clearly see within the next 2 months, is what Spirit is saying. As we know, actually this is interesting, I just said that, but we know October, November is when the veil is the thinnest. And so what Spirit is saying, that the curtain's about to be pulled exactly on who these people are. You maybe realize that you're fighting energies or fighting things that you're not really sure yet. You may not realize that, a lot of us already know this, but physical war is one thing. But when you're in spiritual war, in spiritual warfare, it's a lot of times stuff you can't explain, things that happen that you just, well, you can explain it to people who've experienced it, but to the unawakened person, they would think you're kooky, right? And so what Spirit is saying is that there are these unseen forces or unseen things that you've been battling. And you are going to recognize within the next 2 months, because the veil's so thin, that's probably the people that you've been the most loyal to. And even though you've stepped on the snake, those dogs are still coming at you. There's something here, something very spiritual here. There's a master magician here that's really trying to hide himself and cloak himself. This person may be good with knives or carry a knife with them, or can carve stuff, trying to carve and chase and change your reality or the perception of what's happening to you. Spirit, yes. This person has rolled the dice and saved their pennies, or is saving their pennies. Like they've done a lot of spell work to you. They've really paid a lot of people. This person is a major fraud. These people in your energy are frauds. And the veil is going to become very, very thin for you the next 2 months. You're going to see exactly who this is. And like I said, you've probably felt like the spiritual warfare. Some of you may never realize that these have been spells placed against you, or that it's spiritual warfare. You may think that it's just an illness, or you're just really tired one day, or you're just not motivated one day, not realizing that it's actually outside entities, energies, spiritually speaking, that have been coming for you, because something that you're supposed to have that's divinely yours, that's in your bloodline, that's part of your lineage, some type of inheritance, whether it's a spiritual or a physical inheritance, is yours, and that's what they're coming after. You'll see it within 2 months. The spiritual realm is way more gangster than the 3D world. Keep that in mind. Not everything can be explained, and be mindful who you talk to, who you talk with about these things. You don't want anybody in your energy that's going to denounce what your experience is. Have a great night. I hope you're healthy and happy.